What is crack-a-lacking? All right, let me open up the Zoom. Luis, while I'm opening up the room of Zoom, let me show you what I did, bro. Well, you can't see it from there. Let me use the overhead once I get all of this thing popping. Brand new whips just hopped in. Boop, boop. Yo, I locked that scene. Boom. Look what I made, dude. Focus, Daniel son. And it works. It absolutely works. The funny part is I set it up to go to my link page, you know, that thing that I normally use. So that means I could actually take this to conferences and wear it on my neck. And then when people be like, "Oh, can I get your contact info?" I can just take the little 3D card and then let Kim folks scan it so they get action. But I was just goofing yesterday and I was doing a search on like cool travel accessories. And so it came up with this. And the part that makes this dope is I'm not sure if you played with OpenSCAD yet, but OpenSCAD, thank you, recording in progress. OpenSCAD allows you to make modifications to designs with without doing in a bunch of modeling. It's almost like you can use AI to generate models for you because OpenSCAD is like you code your way to the design. It's super dope. And so of course since Claude and all these other cats can do modeling, yeah, there we talk about. Okay, Chrissy, since you're here, bro, let me tell you what I did yesterday. In case you didn't have a chance to sync the video, good to see you, fam. Listen, brother, listen. I opened up the old Magify. Let me resize my window for proper use. Ooh, yesterday when I was doing something dumb, I hit that scroll button too fast and it went like that and it jacked up everything. Anyway, so let me show you what I did. That's not the right one. Let's go to the right chat. I did something crazy. I went to the old Magivai and I had this thing. So I made this video a couple few days ago about what did I call it? If I go to my channel here, go to the home. Actually, I made this making content easy as 1, 2, 3. Right? I just gave a simple 3-point system on how to make videos without overthinking it for all of the people that just can't get out their own dang way. Right? So I was like, that's actually a cool video. And I didn't get a lot of views, but the comments I got right away were like, yo, this is cool. This is sort of what I needed, so forth, so on, so whatever. All right. And I was like, bet that. What if I took it one step further? So I went over here to the old Magivai and I said, using the transcript previously created, attached, because I attached the transcript, generate a list of beginner-friendly YouTube videos designed to help creators who feel stuck or unsure about what to make next. Your goal is to provide more than 5 I said more than 5 because I want them to make 5, but I want to give them options where they can bitch out, right? High quality, universally acceptable video concepts that can be adapted to any niche category. Each idea should be bingo. And yeah, if you feel like hanging out, Chris, the link is the same as last week. It doesn't change. You got the VIP key. Anyway, easy to produce, minimal equipment or experience, designed to help build consistency, confidence, creativity, and novice creators, align with your current YouTube best practices, engagement, whatever. To accomplish these steps, boom. Analyze the transcript, research the latest practices, growing YouTube's, whatever. Review current trends, generate versatile ideas, creativity, and simplicity. For each idea, include a brief explanation as to how it worked to ensure clear, practical, motivational, blah, blah, blah. There you go. So actually, this is cool. What I think everybody should do is at least take this bottom part here, boom, and then we're going to copy that. And then we're going to come over to here and we're going to go to this here video. Actually, so remember, it's the last video. I'm going to click that. Shut up, dude. Don't nobody need to hear from you. And then I'm going to go to the pinned comments and be like, add this. If you're going to use AI to make prompts for your YouTube videos, add this bottom section to your prompt before you press enter. It will make all the difference. Bingo. Bango. No, see, I forgot when Super Whisper does it, it does a copy paste, so it just flushed my copy buffer. But I use a what do you call it? A clipboard manager. So you should get yourself a clipboard manager if you don't already have one. It is a game changer. All right, there we go. There you go. Perfect. So I'm going to take this comment, bingo, and then pin that sucker. So now you know. And then I'll do it onto the live video right now too, so you guys can grab it if you need it, in case you can come back. I think anybody who's doing any ideation using your Maggie or Chad or Claudette, whomever, I think you should definitely throw that little piece I added to the end. That was me trying to find Brooklyn's channel yesterday. I found it, of course. Let me add it here. Boom, boom, boom. This dork is live. Oh, can't comment yet. It won't let me fit it in the chat. So you have to go to the other one. But after this video is over, I'll stick it in the comment section. Anyway, so having gone over to Maggie to ask all these questions, like it went through and I had did it in Claude. The initial time that I ran it, I actually, I don't know if it's going to show me this. The initial time I ran it, I got decent ideas, but it ran using ChatGPT, and I did that in the video yesterday. But then I came back and I ran it using Claude. So I don't know how to do is how to pull back the original result, because what I did was instead of adding it again and rerunning, I just said edit the prompt and then switched it and reran it. So fortunately, that's my prompt library. This is the chats. Yeah, it doesn't and I don't know if it gives me a chance to pull that sucker back, which is dumb. I should have kept it, but I could always screenshot it out of videos because I did the video yesterday, and I use an app called Text Sniper where I can pull it back from there if I wanted to. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you, like, I've been having so much fun in here playing around. I probably poisoned my workspace a little bit. So I am going to go create some new workspaces and try some new things. But guys, I'm laughing at myself because this is where I won't say I shot myself in the foot, because the one thing that I did during the time of not using this was I learned how to do basically what it's doing. I learned how to do in Claude and ChatGPT using the programmatic side from the back end. But I'm telling you, it's not going to be for the muggles. What Chris put us onto with Magi is muggle friendly. Okay? I want to set that joint in stone. I have never needed to genuflect so badly to my homies than I need to do now, because I learned how to go into the back end of the console for Claude and write code to get my YouTube description situation to work the way I did it. But I already know how to write code. So that wasn't that difficult. And I'm able to get Claude to do some more things and then, plug in variables, make it so that it knows how to read and properly analyze a transcript. And I don't like it to read the transcript once because that's dumb. I actually have it read the transcript a couple times to make sure it fully understands what it is I said. And I have to do that because I talk weird and I say dumb stuff, and the AI probably wouldn't understand that. It's also, I've programmed it to, ask questions and make sure that it understands what's popping. Brand new whips just hopped in, songs in the top 10. There's a lot of extra work involved in me getting it to do what it does. So I'll say firsthand, is that doing it the way I did it is not muggle friendly. But listening to Jeff, Chris, Jim, Irene, Stephanie, Tanya, who all told me that I should have been using Magi before. Um, Dustin he's a nerd. He spends a lot of time creating personas that you can either just use out the box like cereal or you can modify it a little bit, right? So like take cereals, add your own bananas or blueberries or whatever, and then go to town. You ever notice when we was kids in the hood, they used to always show cereal boxes with blueberries and strawberries in it and shit. We couldn't afford blueberries and strawberries. We could use bananas because we could afford that. But I was always mad when the cereal box had strawberries and blueberries on the front. No hood rats had any strawberries and blueberries laying around their damn house. I mean, well, Aubrey, she lived in Florida, so she might have had some extra fruits besides bananas, but I don't think so. Even in Florida, banana would have been the cheapest fruit, right, Obs? Yeah, and getting an extra banana for your cereal was a stretch. That was moms would be like, "Listen, bitch, listen, Paul, I know that red chair is a mechanic stool, but from this angle, it kind of looks like a turlet. It looks like a loo." Y'all can't see Paul in the back. Uh, no, it's Paul Senior. So Dave, yo, listen. And is it the case that Maggie's version of GPT doesn't have the same memory for your communication style? You know, I don't think so, but I think that it can still remember things because of the way you can tune your workspace. So I know for a fact right now. So Dave, you just came through, but like literally seconds ago, I said that I was probably going to wipe my thing clean and start again. And I also noticed that somewhere on this thing, I saw a post about how to, let me see if I can find it. I saw a post about how to transfer your Chat GPT memory to Magi. Transfer Chat GPT to MAGAI. Yeah, it's really crazy, bruh. It's really crazy. Like I swear I just saw this. I don't know if I saw this on YouTube, if I saw it somewhere else, but I literally saw it and I didn't have dude, that's just wrong. I didn't get a chance to I didn't get a chance to look at it yet. Let me see if I could do it with the standard issue Google box. No, it was a thumbnail that I saw was like, "Oh, I need to check this out," but I didn't. Yeah, it's crazy. Yesterday I was doing what's up, Jay? Good to see you, bruh. Yesterday I was doing that video where I was talking about using Magi and I I literally saw that video and something told me to bookmark it then and I didn't, which was dumb. But yeah, I'm David, I am 100% sure because I did see that there is a way to get your custom GPT instructions. But I think in one sense, really, really though, what Dustin has done with these personas is actually a little bit next level because it's easier to switch them out. So the thing that made GPTs rock when we were doing this is GPTs meant like, okay, so Dave, you know me fully well, right? I got my Ecamm hat on some days. I got my Doc Rock LGL hat on some days. And compliments of these manufacturers that send me products, I need to go into reviewer mode. But I've tuned my reviewer mode to be content creator specific, right? So you take somebody like my man Jason over here. Jason's one of the best camera dudes in the planet when it comes to talking about and learning about camera things, right? Imagine taking an opportunity where you're going to be asked to review something that isn't exactly camera related, but you want to relate that product to people who shoot, right? So, for instance, I had this wild ass claim like 2 years ago that I'm never buying a camera bag again because I love my Shimoda Explorers. I have two of them, I have both sizes, but the thing that I liked the most about that bag was that it didn't look like a quintessential camera bag. Because when you travel international, as I tend to do, if it looks like a camera bag, it says, hey, steal me. So things that say Manfrotto or Low Pro or Peak Design, they just say there's cameras in this joint. The one thing the Shimoda bag did for my brain was that they have these cubes. So you can put all your cameras in the cube. I could take those cameras in the cube and stick them in a Patagonia bag or an alpaca bag, and it does the exact same thing. But the people who are looking to rip you off it's just Patagonia. There's only drawers in there. There's drawers, t-shirts, socks, and if it's Patagonia, he's probably wearing them stinky kind of t-shirts. So I don't want to steal that dude's bag. There's nothing important in there. So imagine, somebody like Jay being able to say, I want to review this product. It could be clothes, it could be travel pants, it could be EDC gear, but I need to put a camera shooter slant to this. It would be able to take that persona and mix it with the review so that you get better output and help you come up with that script, right? So that's the thing about personas, which is a little bit different from custom instructions, which is why GPTs came out, because GPTs allowed you to flip. Before, when you just did your custom instructions, you were kind of stuck with those instructions. You had to remember to turn them on and off. And I've totally run prompts and got like heavily content creator focused stuff when I was trying to do something completely different. So in a way, the personas act very much like custom GPTs, or as Paul Sr. calls them, gems, because Paul Sr.'s Gemini mode at the moment. And Claude is only finally getting around to it. And Claude has it as, I forgot. Hold on. I got to go look now. But yeah, I've tried building some in Claude and they're not as fluid. So it can get problematic. Oh, what, you didn't know? Bro, anytime you want, I will teach you what I'm teaching these guys. I'll give you the J Boogie version. Okay, so look, I'll show you what I mean by this. So in Claude, if you go to, I'm not in regular Claude, I'm in projects. Let me go to regular Claude. Right, as you can see, I build projects for my Claude because I want it to be better. Wait a minute, there's an update. welcome to Doc's ADD brain. All right. Deeper answers from more sources. You can now integrate more things. You can do pre-built integrations or create your own with remote MCP, and then you can do hours of research in minutes. So it looks like they've added intercom, Paul. You see that? We use intercom for customer support with Ecamm. You can add Zapier. I always want to say Zapier because I think of rapier like in the sword, but it's Zapier because you're zapping things. You don't zape anything. Anyway, I got yelled at so many times by Keely about this. You can do SoundCloud, Asana, PayPal. What are we doing with PayPal? You got Stripe, or not Stripe, Squares. This is Plaid, which is a banking situation as well. And I don't know these other two, but that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so anyway, let me dig in. Let's skip with my brain going to that. So in your guide down here, there's a little tune button. And so you can use a style. That's what they call it. So you got normal, concise, explanatory, formal. And this text storyteller I wrote, and this mentor's guide I wrote. Okay, so I wrote both of these. And again, if you are a Claude person and you're trying to build these out and you want to build them out well, what you do is you come over here and let's do this. I want to build a style that will help me do product reviews, but always from the lens of a content creator. This content creator should be Gen X plus. The users will tend to be novice, beginner creators with not a lot of experience, but they have to get this video work done now in order to run their business. Many are busy, solo entrepreneurs, but willing to learn what it takes to get the job done. Help me generate a style that I can use for Claude so that when I do these type of product reviews, we are always keeping their positive outcomes in mind. Ask me as many questions as necessary to help me fine-tune this style for use with Claude. Okay, so I'm going to break down how I just blurted that out. Number one, I'm a rapper. I can make a freestyle song about anything, so my brain works quick like that. You're looking for, when you say one of these, right? I always use my voice to prompt because it's better than trying to think it out, right? You don't second guess as much when you talk. You can always fix it. The second thing, I look for the goal state. Where am I trying to get with this prompt? And then I think about if there's any source material that's necessary to get there. I don't really have source material, but I gave them a source point, right? Which is going to be, I'm making a style for Claude to make reviews for content creators. Now, what I'm doing right now will work with both Gemini and what that thing called, ChatGPT. And theoretically, it'll work with tuning a persona for Magi as well. So I just want you to know that these tricks work with all of these, whichever one you're using, even if you're using Llama because you're weird, okay? Then I want to give it some constraints. The constraints I'm giving it is you guys are novices. I mean, I love you, but you guys are all muggles, right? So I need to let it know in not my doc terminology, but in normal human terminology that you guys are mostly muggles, right? Then I give it the process instructions. I told it what I'm trying to do. And then if I had any proof, I would add that to the bottom. And that's what I would call a validation signal, right? So when I make a prompt, this is what I'm thinking about. Now, before I run this prompt, here's what I do. Improve this prompt. Bingo. Bingo, bingo. All right. Merlin was the first AI thing I ever touched before ChatGPT when it first came out. And so, yeah, I've used Merlin before. And then I started doing its own little thing. So I haven't touched it in a while. I will take a check at it. Anyway, so I let it run the prompt first. Have it improve the prompt. I always tell it to do that. And it's giving me some advice. And we can run through this. And then it wants to know what these details are, right? So it wants to know about the specific Gen X voice. Then should the tone be towards professional mentor or relatable peer, okay? We're going to go with relatable peer. You don't have to give it full sentences here. You can just copy this and just stick it into the thing. It knows what it's asking, right? So you can skip to the next one. Lean for any particular cultural touchstones or language patterns you feel would be authentic to the generation. No BS, straight to the point tone. Friendly and relatable. There you go. Got it. This is why I normally do voice to text speech too, because number one, I can't type. Number two, I can't spell. It's okay. I'm still smarter than y'all. Okay, so let's go to the next part. Any target audience pain points? What are the biggest pain points or frustration with these? All of them. I'm going to just go ahead and take all of them. I'm going to take budget limits off because y'all, I'm about to say a bad word. Y'all be lying. Y'all got more money than you act like. It's just a matter of what you value. All right. What's the biggest target frustration when it comes to video? I covered that. What's the get the job done look like for them? All of the above. Let's take those. I'm just tuning this baby up. This is why it's good to have it ask you questions, because this is what y'all be forgetting. And you're like, well, it doesn't really do what I want. Like, if you let it help you, it will help you. Rewriting, cameras, editing software, lighting equipment, mobile apps, all of the above. More use value for the money, time saving potential. Let's go easy. Let's do all of these. I don't really worry about professional results because I want to get you guys off of the freaking perfect BS. All right. And then what specific actions do you want the readers to make a personal decision? Uh, decide quickly. Decide quickly. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of trying new things. And desired outcome. We did that. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's have it. Tune it up. look at that. Look at that. Dude, as them folks in the country say, well, shoot fire. Dude, listen. Come on. Y'all are tripping. This is good. This is beyond reason. And this is the one that can't talk to you, okay? Imagine when you're doing this with one of the ones that can talk to you like ChatGPT or Gemini. Claude Voice ain't quite there yet, but look, it still works, right? So it says, here's a content creator's product review style. So Jason, I want you to take, similar to what I just did, and apply it to your camera joints. Like you're in the boat. Like you could do this right here. Especially like how so many creators be out here bitching about what manufacturers didn't put in their cameras, like the manufacturers owe them something. So you can make it so that they get more to actually going and doing the work and creating. This is a catch-22 for camera creators. You kind of want to coach these people to go out and actually do some jobs and get the money that they need to buy the equipment that they want. But then if you tell them that, then they're not watching as much videos. But some of them need to get off of YouTube complaining about what Sony did with a viewfinder and get their ass to work and make some videos. Talking about $2,600 for a camera is expensive. I'm sorry, I got feelings. I'm like, as a person that came from $150,000 cameras, like complaining about $2,600 camera chaps my nads. Anyway, so content creator product review style guy. Boom, voice and tone, right as a Gen X peer who has been in the trenches, not a guru. Direct, no BS communication, cut the fluff, get to the point. Friendly but realistic, acknowledge the struggles without sugarcoating. Use conversational language. Look, here's the deal, bottom line. Reference shared experiences. We all been there. You know how it is. I say you know what it is, but hey, close enough, Claude. You're not that gangster. Right. Structure and focus. Lead with the verdict first, then explain why. That's what we old people do. Always, we don't think about all of the soft feelings and shit, right? So we just go straight for the gut, right? Always address, does it save time? Is it worth the money? How steep is the learning curve? Include real talk selection addressing common concerns or hesitation. End with clear, try it, skip it, or consider if, right? Bingo. Done is better than perfect. Your time is valuable. Use it wisely because we're old and we're going to die. I should add that part. You don't want the fanciest, you don't need the fanciest gear to create good content. Every tool has a learning curve, but some are worth the climbing. Damn. Oh, that, my friend, is a post. That, my friend, is a post. Adding it to my list of shit to do. I see you, Ty. I'll come right there in a second. Change can be uncomfortable, but is necessary for growth. You guys hear me say that. It's funny, like Claude doesn't really have memory like ChatGPT, but somehow it knows what I'm doing. It's really weird. I don't see a place where I can go edit these memories. Boom. Jay, I got feelings about Grok because I want to punch that dude in his face. So I just don't mess with it at all. However, stay put. Don't run away yet. I'm going to teach you something that might blow your mind. Okay? Change can be uncomfortable but necessary for growth. They're juggling multiple business priorities. They need tools that work reliable without consistent troubleshooting. Otherwise, they keep calling me and bugging me and asking me questions in the middle of the night. Aubrey. They want professional results without professional budget or timeline. Thank you. I appreciate that I am not alone in wanting to punch that dude in his face. However, this week I wanted to give him a high five because he went ham this week, which is kind of funny. They're willing to learn but need clear, actionable guidance. Avoid technical jargon without explanation. Perfect language, unrealistic standards, lengthy feature list without practical context. Wait, you guys can't see that. Hold on. Oh no, you can see that. I was tripping. Assumptions without unlimited timer, but they don't have unlimited timer buttons. And what I like to refine is no, this is actually pretty dope, right? So I can take these instructions and throw them to town. So let me go show my man Jay Herm why this is dope, okay? Because yes, I haven't really messed with Grok out of principle, but I ain't stupid. If I wanted to test it without putting my stuff somewhere where they could mess with it, the safety of Magi. Magi, 20 bones, fam. I can't believe I admit I'm wrong. Chris Stone, I apologize. Magi is dope. $20 a month. And here's what you get. All right. So I'm going to go over to the old Madge. And then I'm going to say start a new convo. Oh, by the way, not to be shilling, but I'll shill today. It's docrock.live/magi. That's MAGAI. Paul will give you the link in a second while I do this. Click this little GPT thing in alphabetical order. I can go down to what Jason said. Jason wanted me to use Grok something. Grok 3. Okay, boom. I can click Grok 3. Come on, son. Then I could click, let's do YouTube Expert. Bingo. So I can do, I want to make a video talking about the current state of the newest camera models that just were released from Nikon, Canon, and Sony. I want you to do a quick web search and get the sentiment on the street of what people are thinking when it comes to these cameras. And after you've done that, I'll add my points and together we'll come up with the script. I will also give you a style guide to create that script when we're ready. Guys, you can't see it because of the way the screen share works, but the voice translator I'm using is called Super Whisper. You can just use the one in Apple Notes. I just use this one because it's a hotkey, whereas Apple Notes, I got to open the app, say it, paste it. That's all. So you don't got to get that fancy. This guy does have a microphone. You could speak the prompt there as well. Super Whisper understands how I talk because I'm a weirdo. Okay, here's what's dope about Magi. Number one, we're using Grok 3Z, right? What Jay Herm said to get at. Okay. Number two, I told it to select the persona, which is YouTube Expert. I haven't even fine-tuned this yet, but it's there. Okay. My active workspace is Creator Coach. That has been slightly fine-tuned by me adding something similar to what I pulled. Not that direction. Dude, get the right tab over here. Here's what you do. You got to start closing tabs that you don't need before you mess around and cause yourself a headache. Let's just close all of these, and I don't need this one, and I don't need that one, and I don't need that one. Okay, boom. So now we can stick with what we're doing. So I can even pull this, and this is what I am going to add to it when we get there. Okay? So it basically, here's what's cool, Jay. Before you get nuts, you press the enhance, which is my version of improve this prompt. Yo, Dustin knows that you guys aren't like me. He knows that you're not a nerd, so he just gave you a button. I always type improve this prompt on any of my other prompts or any of my other bots because these all have thinking models now, right? So I hit enhance and I let Magi do its thing. Bingo, bango. So now it has improved the prompt. And I'm going to just put this here real quick so that, boom, affiliate income. That's how you keep the channel spicy. All right. Create an up-to-date summary analysis of the public sentiment around the latest camera models released by Nikon, Canon, and Sony. That's your boy. That's your boy. This is your old man speak right here. Begin by conducting a web search to gather the current feedback, expert reviews, user opinions from forums, blogs, social media platforms, each brand's offering. Highlight patterns and sentiment, positive, negative, or mixed. For each model, prepare a structural insight to collaboratively develop a video script later, incorporating customized commentary with a provided style guide, tone, and structure. Bam. Jay, you and I are some smart mofos, but there's no way we're writing that prompt by ourselves. Let's be honest, fam. I love you, but we're not that smart, bro. All right, so bang it. You hit it. You let it do that thing. And then this is my first time ever using this thing. So thank you, Jason, for coming in and ruining my damn show. Let's see what it does. I'm curious. Oh, the other thing that's hot spicy about this and I just learned this yesterday, and I showed it in my video yesterday. I can switch back to GPT 4.0 or Claude Sonnet 7, 4, sorry, not 374. In the middle of this, I can just change the model and keep going, because you might do ideation with Claude or Grok or somebody that does a better search, right? Gemini does the best searches right now. So I could have started this with Gemini and then switch it to Claude, because Claude is the best writer. So I could do the search with Gemini, but the writing with Claude, come on, dude, $20 a month. This is what I'm telling you, people. ZV-E10 2 is a little old, but still relatively new for the muggles. Let's go, dude. This thing is drip. Came through dripping, drip, drip. Dude, come on. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm not going to read this whole thing for y'all because that would be psycho, but let's just give it the TLDR versions. All right, so first thing you do is just giving you stuff. So it's okay, Jim, this guy is tripping a little wee bit because it's saying the same thing a couple times. But again, I never really used Grok. I don't understand how smart or dumb the model is. But this part right here is basically just duplicating itself. But it might be just trying to figure out how it would do this, right? I'm not going to use any of that. But it did scour the web, and it said that the Z6 III, mostly positive. This is true. It's saying that the Z52, positive with some mixed notes. Always when it comes to APS-C cameras, people throw shade because people think you need full frame to do work. If you know what you're doing, you could do work with an iPhone. The Canon EOS R5 II, overwhelmingly positive, yes. The R1 flagship sports camera, positive with some niche critiques, understandable, right? It's that stack sensor game. The Sony A1 II, come on. Muggles that we know can't afford that, but hey, I would love it. ZV-E10. See, it doesn't even know yet about, this is where Google would have beat his butt. It doesn't know yet about the FX2, right? But anyway, you got the idea, J Boogie. So I would say step into Liquid, switch it over to Jimmy Flash, right? Which is the latest, and then rerun that baby using Jimmy Flash. Right? Because Jimmy Flash can actually do better web searches because, well, they are the web search. And then it will do the same thing. So once we get there, I will give it this joint from over here, because unlike, a lot of the creators that, my other friends are talking to, I got to talk to old people about this. So I would take this, copy that, and add that to my output. Right, so I'll take the info from Jimmy Flash here, just let it do its thing. I trust, because now it's talking about the Z8, the Z9, and it's going in, and yeah, so now this guy is pulling a little bit more. There should be an option to pull the videos. Are you talking, what do you mean? Pull what videos? YouTube videos? Paul Sr.? Oh, yeah. So you can make a playlist. Like, I can take a playlist and take the sentiment from my buddy Josh. I could take Jason's review. I could take Gerald Undone. Like, I might be speaking Greek to some of y'all because y'all don't know my camera fam. But, like, I could take all of the, like, Kofi, Cam. I could take all those guys and put it into a playlist and then have it scrub the playlist. Or I could just copy all the transcripts from those guys because I use a transcript tool, right? So if I come over here, and let's go to, we'll pick on Dylan right here because, he's here. Stop talking, Dylan. Don't say anything. Yeah, stay upside down. I have a tool called Glasp, and I can just click that. I did not mean to click that one. I can just open this and then just say copy the transcript to the clipboard. So I can paste a bunch of these in the text document and then throw it at it and tell them to just read the transcripts. It's much faster than having it go to the web and get a YouTube video. This plugin, GLASP, is free, and it's there. I don't know why it says not available, but let me give it a second to finish populating because it should be there. It normally works, and you can do it. You also can just pull the transcripts straight off of the video. There's 1,000 ways to do it. Yo, this is tripping. What did Dylan do? Oh, there it is. Oh, you know what? Maybe because there was an update to Glass, I might have to re-log in. Anyway, that tool normally works. There's a bunch of tools in the Chrome store which you can pull the transcript from. So if you want, that's another faster way than having to do all of this stuff. And these reviews are coming from some places, but like I don't Tech Radar, I know. DP Review, I trust. Photography Life, I don't really like their content. So in a way, if you've collected articles that you like, use those. Like, don't just give it generic, just give it those links. It's going to be better. Remember that it can do sites better than it can do a video unless you're pulling the transcripts. Anyway, so we're going to say, okay, let's work on a bullet point review. I'm going to give you my style reference on the bottom. After that, ask me questions so we can get started. All right, before we go further, we're going to switch this guy to Claude. Again, this is what makes Magi dope. Claude 4 is the best writer. It's like Stephen King up in this piece, right? We're going to hit that switch. Boom, enhance. And then we're going to go down to the bottom and be like, bingo, come here, paste in. Ooh, dang it, I did it again. Paste in what Claude wrote, right? Bingo. Now we'll run that. Jason Herman with the super duper. Of course, I turned off the thing yesterday because it was bugging me in the Zoom meeting. But thank you, Jay, for the super chat. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have no idea. I meant to test out this thing over here on YouTube about putting in the goals for super chat to see like what it does because they added that recently and I forgot to turn it on. Paul, you're supposed to remind me these things. No, you're not. I'm joking. Anyway, so it says, let's collaborate on making a high-quality bullet point review for this process. Wait for me to share a style reference. Boom, I got that. I did that. Carefully analyze the tone and structure. Ask me targeted questions to clarify. Okay, so it has it. That's the prompt that it came up with. And then now I can run this prompt. So I absorbed the style guide. Gen X, no BS, been there, done that approach. Let's craft the bullet point review. The subject, are we reviewing which one of these cameras, right? Let's do, actually, I don't want to use that. I got a new camera that I want to put in because I have it sitting on my desk. It is the Canon. You don't have to fix the typing. It's my brain just did that. That's so stupid. Power shoot. Shot. Don't be dumb, Doc. Which camera did I buy, Gretchen? I bought the V1, right? Canon PowerShot V1. Let me go grab a link. I'm going to pull it from Canon. God, stop it with the cookie accepting people. You guys are irritating. You guys really are irritating. Stop it. Stop it. All right, let's do this. Canon PowerShot V1. Bingo. What was the next question? Audience context. Based on your audience. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do this one. And then key categories says ease of use and learning curves. I want these. I want all 4 of these. And then any particular pain point or concerns? Nope. We're just going to leave that there. Bingo. Let's run with it. You know how to scratch all the smiles. Hey, come on. Come on, Herb. You know what I'm talking about, bro. Gretchen, why are you laughing? Listen, why y'all got gangsta grandma over here laughing in the backside? Jay, just so you know, I'm not talking to myself. I have my crew hanging out in the back of Zoom. all of the people that have membership stars, I let them hang out in the Zoom room in the back. And then sometimes they come on screen and talk smack while I'm trying to do my work here. And then the old lady in the bottom, she's a troublemaker. If you see her in the street, just know she's dangerous. Thanks, Gretchen. Thanks, gangster grandma. Listen, this is cool, man. This is cool. Like to me, again, like you know me, I've always been heavily ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. I got pro accounts for all three. I just always switch the tools in and out, just the way I would switch lenses on the camera. There's no, you know, all the newbies would tell you buy 2470, it covers everything. No, it don't. I shoot prime for the most part. I pull out a 2470 occasionally, but mostly I shoot prime. So the idea of like just using one was kind of crazy to me, right? And it's not that big a stretch for what I do. So I was like, I'm gonna try them all. But my friends kept saying, Magic can do all of that, and it lets you have access to all of the pro versions, and it's just one fee. And it just didn't make sense to me. It sounded um, fugazi, as we say in New York, right? It sounded completely fugazi. But then I finally gave up last week, and I went in, and I'm looking, yo, they got stuff in here like DeepSeek, which I never wanted to test, but I wanted to test, but I wasn't going to install anything of mine, right? I didn't even want to do the one where you download the model to your computer. But on this, it's in a web browser. It's gated. It's safe. I will play around in here, right? And then I get to play with this damn thing. Thank you to Jay. Come over here. Jason said, check out Grok 3. And I'm like, but I can play with it. You know, I can go and see what it can do. Mistral is crazy because it doesn't have any limits. Like this one is no holds barred. So if you want to do some crazy stuff like incels in the basement, you could ask it those kind of crazy questions and it won't say, I can't do that because I'm not allowed to. Mistral is the uncensored model. And I do like to mess with Llama because that's sort of what my glasses are based off when I'm rocking my glasses. I have no idea what Nova is, but I'll play with it and I still get access. And Perplexity's here, which I use on a regular basis. I also have a pro account, so that's 4. So I'm combining 4 things that I use on a regular basis, all with pro accounts, which basically comes out to like 80. You know what I mean? So that's all in here. And we didn't even touch the image models yet, fam. And let's say you are muggly, you don't know which one to pick. You could just pick this dude, Otto. Otto will figure out what is the best model for the best job. And I'm just like, listen. So Chris hooked me up with Dustin. When I get back from the mainland, sorry, you guys don't call it the mainland, you guys live there. When I get back from the big map, as we call it here in Hawaii, I'm going to get Dustin to come over and hang out with us on a Saturday and go through this. Anyway, let's see what this dude said. All right, let's see what this dude said. The verdict up front, skip it unless you're deeply into the Canon ecosystem or have money burning a hole in your pocket. $900 is nothing for a camera. You guys need to stop this shit. Is the first car payment? I don't know about your shit. Car payments are like $1,000 a month at this point. Your phone probably shoots better video. I doubt that. It found a hater article on this one. It does shoot 4K 60 with Canlog 3, which sounds impressive until you realize most of your audience are watching on your phone. Yeah, still, it's actually the video quality is dope. The cooling fan does actually work. The lens situation, yeah, the built-in lens is, that's just something that I decided to try, but I wish it had a little bit less distance and a little bit wider. That's just me. Because APS-C 16 is 24, and with Canon's math, is not even 24. It's like 26. Ease of use, learning curve, flip screen, tally light, still a real camera menu is true. Well, it's not for I should have fixed who I'm wanting this for. I left it too vague because it's doing some stuff. $900. I don't know if iPhone 15 has better low light performance than that. I wonder where it pulled this info from. I should give it better. Yeah, anyway, this is not good, but you get the point. Oh, that's because it probably came from this person, this one person, and this one person is a dick. Let's go see. I would have fed it some different info. That's the only thing I would have done because I left it too much up to itself for speed because I completely disagree with this person. Man, okay, so that's really weird. This is actually a relatively positive review. So I don't know where it mixed it up. Anyway, what I would have done is taken maybe a couple of the creators that I like. And honestly, I'm not going to use anybody. I would use my own information. But, oh, thanks, Gretch. I'll see you there. I'm leaving in 2 days. We support you because you do 90% of the research for us. Thank you. I appreciate that, bro. And then Otto is the friend. So, anyway, this is cool. I think I would readjust some of this and tune it a little bit different because I think for me, particularly, what I would have done is given it my own bullet points that I know and then have it go from there. But it still does work. Like the idea is it does work. So I just wanted to show you that that's some of the cool things you do. And I'm gonna get real stupid and show you like some of the image prompt stuff that it did, which is cool because I only have been messing with Sora. So you go in here and I did something cool, which is called a flux image. You come here, you pick flux Laura, okay? And then I gave it a trigger word. That's my trigger word, right? I don't know if I can edit this. No, I don't know if I can show you the pictures that I used to tune it, but I tuned it off of a bunch of images here. So where I messed up is I gave it images all from the same day, the same photo shoot. But it's really good. It's really good at coming up with all myriad sorts of crazy. So let's do something mental here. Let's go to Midjourney real fast. Hit the explore page. And then let's find a portrait style image. I don't want to log in just to do this. Oh, God, you're going to make me log in. I don't want to log in just to do this. I'm going to do this the fast way, just in my head. Oh, you're such a jerk. It's going to make me log in. Let's just use this one. So, portrait of this girl in the night. Oh, you're really killing me. I'm going to do a little cheat mode here. All right, I'm going to go to Magi. I'll paste in what I stole. I'm going to put in my keyword. I don't want to smoke a cigarette. All right, so I'm just saying a Polaroid style of my keyword, right? In an alley from the 90s, smoking a cigar, wearing grunge fashion, flash photography, color film exposure, imperfect. I don't want this slight double exposure part. That's dumb. And then I don't want 1-to-1. Let's do 3-4 because it's a portrait. Thank you, Roy. There, that kind of sort of worked. See, I did turn my thing back on. I'm gonna fix that today, by the way. And then I'm gonna take the style guides up to 4, and I'll leave the steps the same. And then I'm gonna enhance the prompt real quick. That's what I love about Magi. Just always enhance the prompt, and then we'll generate it, and we'll see the type of stuff that it comes up with. Some of the images that is made for me are absolutely hilarious. Yo, that's kind of wild, bruh. Like that is kind of wild. I'm pretty sure I had these jeans. My leather jacket didn't have the collar on it, but you can't see this. But look at the hat. If I zoom in, it says DLC. It actually looks like I'm smoking the blunt, but that is pretty freaking wild. That is crazy. Right, Roy? You're not wrong, bro. It is not dissimilar from what I would have looked like in my rap days. All right, let's try this. Uh, let's do this. A candid photo style of Doc Rock 22. He is standing on stage holding a microphone, wearing a late 80s, early 90s rap hip hop style outfit, sort of remembering of Run DMC. The lighting is spotlight with additional stage lighting, and there is a smoky atmosphere because this is a concert hall. Oh, you can claim cameras too. You can do like uh Canon Rebel with a 135. So you can do that as well. Because there was no digital cameras back then. Gretchen, what was the best analog Canon camera in, say, 96? She probably got one. Wait, y'all can't see her, but she's looking in the back. What is that? The EF? Oh yeah, the EF1. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Why did I know she know that? Not you, what? Shot on an EF1 with a 135 millimeter lens. I should have said Canon in case it's dumb. There we go. There we go. Ooh, what kind of film stock should we use? Let's go with good film stocks from 96. Oh yeah, Equal Color HR would have been dope. Let's do Kodak Portrait because you guys will understand what Kodak Portrait looks like, or Fuji Eterna. You guys don't know it, but you know it. Okay, let's enhance this prompt. Oh, actually, I need to copy this. And well, let's do it twice. Let's run it with that, and then we'll run it with prompt enhance and see if it does differently. The dealer down the alley. He looked like a rude boy, Paul. Look at that, yo. Look at that. That is crazy. Okay, there's only one thing wrong with this photo, and I won't over explain it, but I would have been wearing blue. That's all. I'll leave it at that. If you know, you know. If you don't, good for you. That's the only thing different. Yo, I gotta send this to my friend CJ because he was my rap partner back in the day, and he would have understand that. So, nah, I just would have been. Don't go to prompt. I need to go to images, and I want to create a new image. I just want to see what happens if I bless this, and then go to Flux Laura, and then do the same thing. I wish I tell Dustin. I wish I would remembered that I leave it on 4, but this time I'm gonna run the enhance. I just want to see if it does differently. I'm not gonna change it. I think this has to stay one word. You're messing up my trigger prompts, homie. All right, looks good. Let's see what happens when we regenerate it. I don't want 1-to-1. I want to do portrait again. And then go. Let's see what it comes out differently. So again, the tuning with this looks a little bit less like me, but actually, I just wasn't a gold chain person, but it's kind of cool. I only wore one. I wasn't like hyper crazy, but it's relatively good. The first one was better. That's still crazy. It's still crazy. Let's try to run that gen again. What is this button for? No, that's fine. I should stop doing this. I'm wasting up all my credits playing with images. That was kind of sort of more like it. It's hard to see my face. I don't know what this dude in the background is doing. Everybody else is busy. That's the security guy. I get it. But it almost got the Adidas right because I'm definitely Adidas king. But it's pretty phenomenal, gang. Listen, this thing is phenomenal. So all I'm telling you is just go play. Like we're at an era right now where this stuff is too good. It really is, and it's a matter of playing. This last couple of days, I've been in here goofing with Magi, pressing all the buttons, trying to figure out the cool stuff it does. A couple other places where it shines. If you didn't see last week's video, last week's stream rather, is you can come in here into your workspaces and you can build custom workspaces for all of the things you might try. Right? You can come in here and build personas yourself, which I've done, but they got tons already done for you. I mean, you're trying to figure out your business, you got your business advisor. You're trying to be funny, you got stand up comedian, educational content creator, domain name generator, that's funny, prompt generators. Um, these assistant one has been very good universally. You got marketing expert, software developer if you're trying to make something, um, AI assistance, historian, YouTube expert, business advisor. They're all in. There's plenty in here that you don't see right away. These are just the featured ones. You can click on some trending ones and then hit view all, and then it show you like expert copywriter, screenwriter, salesperson, life coach. There's some really cool stuff in here. Social Remix was pretty dope. Um, just get in here and play. This one, I think it is worth it if you did just 1 month, give yourself a summer project. Like I'm gonna drip $20 in this and see what happens. I think a lot of times when people see, oh, that something is $20 a month or $30 a month, they think that they're gonna pay for it for the year. Just you, it's worth the $20 to try it out and see how you like it. You can always turn it off, right? Just don't forget to turn it off. When you go into these 30-day trials or whatever, set yourself a calendar reminder at day 25 to check in with yourself as if you feel it is working for you. And then make sure you start it on a day where you can actually do something. Where I've gotten myself into trouble is, I did it in the Zoom and we're busy. Run upstairs, grab a coffee, get something to eat, drop a deuce, whatever, and then come back and start doing other work and completely forgot that you did it. And then 6 months later, you like, yo, I'm paying for this thing that I never even touched. So that's all you got to do. But I think it's insane to keep dancing around this because you don't want to take that chance. It's worth. I mean, dude, I went to Popeyes yesterday or day before yesterday for the first time in forever to try out this pickle sandwich. They got chicken sandwich dipped in pickle juice, kind of like Texas style. First of all, it's good. It's deadly. But Popeye's chicken sandwich is $15 now? That's insane. That's not even a combo. That's just a sandwich. A chicken sandwich with cheese and bacon was $15. And people would be like, oh, I don't know about using the AI at $20 a month. Like, I'm sorry, the free versions don't cut it. I'm going to be an asshole and be like, everybody in here is grown. Everybody in here can afford $20. The free versions do not cut it. Just pick one. And if you don't want to pick one, pick Magi and play with it for a month solid. Go in there and teach yourself how to get up to speed. I would tell the educational persona, the one I just saw in here, educational content persona, help me learn how to get the most out of whatever it is you're working on. So Paul has that brother printer behind him right now on the screen, and he can be like, I just bought this brother printer. I have no, you don't gotta cover it with your shoulder, dude. I can see. I have no idea how to use this son bitch, but I paid $400 for it. I want to make sure I get the most out of it. What are some of the things that most people don't know about it that can make or break the difference in me owning this? Right? Like these are the type of things you can have your AI teach you now. I think people are just using it for what I did today, sort of generic idea creation or whatever. But I use it now for planning for trips. I use it for, kind of figuring out what I should take or not, building inventory lists for all my stuff, helping me figure out things to do with my 3D printer. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. So yeah, I got most of you guys into ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, but I think this one is really worth spending the 20 bones. So Paul, who sent me the message on my video yesterday, damn it, you got me thinking about testing out. Dude, are you joking? Is it really? Well, because you guys invented it. Is it really only $5 there? Holy I need to come to Texas then. Because that Popeye's pickle juice chicken sandwich is off the chain. Oh my God. Yeah, that could be the Hawaii tax. I do live in an expensive place. See, even more, y'all got even more excuses then. I mean, wait, better excuses? I don't know what to call it. Uh, yeah, that dude, that damn thing, pickle glazed chicken sandwich. That's what it's called. It's so good. Why does this thing think I'm in Lebanon? Uh, I've been here to find the correct information I need uh, with 100% with Ecamm and DaVinci. That's another I should mention. I think for those of you who have to deal with such things like youngins and whatnot, um, I think it's a good idea to kind of pick a summer project and see, like, spend some time with it every day to actually get there. Like, pick a summer project and sort of see what you can get up to. You know what I mean? I think that too many people just like don't work hard enough on learning what they got to learn and then constantly complain about not knowing how to do stuff. I don't understand it because I'm like, this stuff is too easy now. It's too easy to teach yourself how to do these things. So that's it. And let me check. Did I have any questions came through, Paul? Oh, I know. I told Ty I was going to answer her question. He's so dumb. Sorry, Ty. What did she say? What do you think about? I looked at it real quick, and I was like, for what it cost, I don't know if that was worth it. That one seems a little weird too. That one, I'm more than happy to wait until a bunch of other people prove it out, even if it costs me 25% more to go into it later. I'm always leery of Swiss Army knife situations, which is crazy because that was my same thoughts about Magi. But even coming to Magi mad late, it doesn't cost me any more than I missed a lifetime deal. But yeah, that's about it. And actually, as a person who works for a company that has some lifetime deal people, they're good till you first start out. In the end, they become problematic. So for Dustin's sake, I barely even know the dude, but I'm glad that I didn't get a lifetime deal because I would have beat the brakes off of it. I would have been one of his problematic lifetime customers. So I'm more than happy to give him his value for what he's creating because it's quite amazing, and he seems nonstop. Like as soon as the models update, he's right there. He's right there. What was 800 calories? The sandwich? Yeah, it's a lot, but you know what? When you take your Wegovy, you got to bless yourself once a week. Otherwise, well, unless you're Tyson, she's just good. She eats healthy all the time. But me, I got to bless some. I got to break it up every once in a while. Uh, it's at Popeyes, man. The pickle chicken sandwich, man, it's really good. You probably can only eat once a month. Because, like Rich said, it's kind of deadly, but damn, it's good. And I just was curious because I had pickle juice chicken when I was hanging out with Rich and Mike in Dallas like 2 years ago. And then I found out that my local health food store actually sells pickle juice. And so I've been thinking about doing some pickle juice whiskey shots because tonight is my nephew's graduation. So it just, I don't know. I had pickle juice on the brain the last couple of days. Anyway, I got a couple more minutes. You guys got any more questions? If not, I got to dip because I got to do class and I got to go to graduation. It's different, Roy, because that's what I get. It's different. I don't know what that sauce is that they put on it. It's some kind of red stuff. It's slightly different. Come on, gangster. Come on. You have been on fire. I will tell you that. You have absolutely been on fire. I learned it from y'all, Rich, that time when I was in Dallas at the bar at the Sheraton. Dude, listen, you suck. Cause I'm leaving and Jimmy got here. What kind of craziness is that? Why? Why did Jimmy come to Hawaii when I'm leaving? He don't make no sense. He could have planned better. He could have said like, "Hey, I'm coming." I'm like, "Nope," because I'm going to Boise. I was packing my suitcase this morning. You enjoyed the 5 minute challenge. Kat, what did you get out of it? Or you can save it for class if you want to tell me there. But like, what was the one that you caught yourself saying the most? If you guys don't know, I did a video this week talking about do a 5 minute challenge of just interview your own self about your content. Get serious, get real, lock yourself in the bathroom, truth tell, be like, this is where I'm in my content space. This is what I'm stuck on. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm trying to create, so forth, so on, etc. And then play back and listen to how much limiting belief shit you say in that conversation to yourself, and then fix it. Oh, that one is almost as bad as my butt. I mean, my just. I say just way too much, but the butt is crazy. Da 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 da. But da 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 da. But and I like big butts, and I cannot lie, but not that one. It's crazy. Roy said he got ChatGPT to interview him. Boom. There you go. That'll work as well. It's really it's a really important thing because you have no idea what you're saying to yourself and programming yourself into. It's kind of psycho. It is kind of psycho. All right, bet. I'm gonna go coffee it up real quick and then get ready for class. Class people, I'll see you in roughly 40 minutes. And then the rest of y'all, next week, I will be flying home, I think. I have no idea where I'm at. Let me see. Cat, I would definitely say do Magi over Gemini because Gemini is in Magi and it's not exactly the same, but it's close enough. Let's see. Next Saturday is the 14th. I am flying home next Saturday. So, next Saturday I won't be here. I'll be flying home. Sorry. I'll see you on the Tuesday after that. All right, family. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Go get some work done and get it done. Thank you to Jay and Roy for sending me super chats today. I appreciate both of y'all. You guys rock. And I want to remind all you guys something. I say this all the time. I'm going to keep reminding you because I think I might be the only person reminding people this. If you watch a video and you think that video is dope, absolutely hit the like button. But more importantly, send a message of encouragement to the creator. Even if it's just thank you, even if it's just an emoji, your commenting on the video does more for that creator than just staring at it and going, fuck, that was dope. Your self-contained fuck, that was dope is useless. If you go and see my man Jay's video and you like the video, give him the thumbs up, the like button. That's dope. I appreciate that. That's like somebody holding the door for you and you give them the head nod. But if somebody holds the door for you, your mama taught you to verbally say that we are old people over here. We were taught with manners. We were taught to verbally say thank you. So take your butt down to the button and say thank you. If you watch it on TV, when you go to the bathroom to take a shit, pull your phone out your pocket, go to your history, and go like those buttons and say thank you. Because I get it. We watch on TV all the time. We're old. We watch on TV because the screen is big. And maybe we don't, it's hard to comment on TV. Let's be real. But go back into your phone and open up your little history and go in there and hit those like buttons and leave creators a comment. Because Jay will tell you in our little private group, I see my boys get these angry comments. And I'm like, whenever I see one of my friends get these angry comments from these freaking couch pirates, it's so irritating because they don't understand how much work goes into making this stuff. So we can only fix that. Every conference I go to, Doc, what do you do about people who leave angry comments? I was born Black in America, fam. I've been getting angry comments since I was 2 years old. I just ignore them. But because I know that pain, I watch my friends get damaged by these people's comments. I go out of my way to leave a comment on people's videos. Paul Sr., who's in the chat right now smoking a cigarette, goes out of his way to leave a comment on videos. I want us to model that behavior. As an LGL family member, I don't ask much of you, but I'm going to ask you to like these buttons and actually take the time to just say thank you. You can put a speed button on your Stream Deck key so that you can just type it and it will type mahalo for you. So you don't have to do anything. But I feel it's highly valuable to spend a half a second of your day to say thank you to creators who create the stuff that you like. And don't just give the air love. Air love is cute, but it's like dry humping in middle school. You know I say crazy shit, Gretchen. Don't be amazed by that. Paul's face right now. Paul's face right now. I'm not going to show y'all, but it's pretty good. Thank you. And then Roy said, if you already moved by a video, learned something in the video, you watched the entire video, you definitely 100%, bro. People get to the end and, you really, really have to do that. You know what I mean? And then, oh, yeah. If you're doing it in the bathroom, be sure to wash your hands 100%. I just think it's up to us to do a little bit better and set the tone. Because maybe those people, even creators, as a creator, I know what it feels like. So I go out of my way to comment on people's videos if they're good. Even if they're bad, sometimes I'll just say thank you because they're trying. But the idea of people just go around leaving angry comments, like I read some of the stuff that's in our back channel, and I'm just like, bro, what kind of asshole is laying around waiting to tune up people's videos? And then you go scope their channel, they got not a single video, not a one. They got absolutely Nathan. And so even more so, I feel like bigging up, one of my friends' videos if somebody came through with them. And I'll comment to that person, you're a dick. Like, I ain't afraid because they can come after me. If they come after me in the street, they will get knocked the fuck out. However, I'm not a violent man. I'm a lover. It's just the point that most people won't talk that shit to me in real life because of my size. And I think a lot of keyboard jockeys just talk mad shit. So I would introduce them. Yeah, he told me. I was like, bruh, As my boys in London say, I'll teach them bad man dem. They go find out the hard way what a rude boy is. Anyway, fam, I love you guys. I just wanted to leave on that note. Please go spend some time and send some love. Sprinkle some joy this weekend. Go watch some people and tell them that their videos are good, because that's how we do it, LGL family. That's all I ask of you. Pay it forward. Love you. Peace out.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down.